Hi, welcome back to Sola Melodica. I am Tim Kaiser, and on this channel we react to music lyrically. We try to find, I do my best to find a glimmer of God in the art form that is music. We've been on a run of Black Sabbath songs, working our way backwards from the most recent release, which was on the album 13. And today we're going to do a video when Ronnie James Dio was the singer, and the song is called Heaven and Hell. So let's get started. Okay, there's going to be a bridge or something happening soon, but so fun fact about Black Sabbath, Dio, whatever. So as a teenager, actually, I saw Black Sabbath in concert when Ian Gillan was the lead singer on the Born Again tour. I saw Dio as a solo artist, and I saw Ozzy as a solo artist, but never got to see all of them together at the same time. But yeah, so I've seen all three bands live. Have a ton of respect musically for these guys, and if you're a fan of any three of those, if you have a favorite song, put it in the comments. I'd like to engage with you on that because there's a ton of good songs out there. Dio, if you know, Dio has really been was no fan of probably organized religion, he would call it. So he has no love lost for the Bible, the church. His lyrics are kind of cryptic. And here, this song really is. Dio has the uncanny ability to write lyrics that seem to be very simple, but are yet quite profound. He is just a phenomenal songwriter. So my take from this, from the beginning, listening to it, he's just boiling it down, right? I mean, a lot of us, people in the church specifically, we're like, yeah, there's two choices, heaven or hell. And he's kind of like condensing it in that. Sing me a song, you're a singer. Yeah, singer sing, right? Writer's right. Do me a wrong, you're a bringer of evil. The devil is never a maker. The less that you give, you're a taker. I mean, that's really good lyrics. I mean, we could apply that to our lives in so many different ways, right? So if we're not giving, we're taking. He's like heaven or hell, give or take. I mean, he's making to use a fancy word, he's juxtaposing terms, right? So it's on and on's heaven and hell. The lover of life's not a sinner. Now that might be a controversial line for some people. I mean, God gives us this world, and he made this world and proclaimed it good. Is it sin cursed? Yeah, it is. But He also gave us music as a gift, and this is why I probably could cause some confusion maybe with some people, or I can get people on one side mad because I'm listening to Black Sabbath, and other people mad because I'm talking about Black Sabbath and bringing in the Bible. So I'm kind of in the middle, probably making a lot of people who aren't happy with me. The ending is just the beginning. The closer you get to the meaning, the sooner you know that you're dreaming. I mean, Dio is the master of making lyrics that just are futuristic in their writing, right? So he's on a different plane lyrically. Jump in before the next transition. So if it seems to be real, it's illusion. For every moment of truth, there's confusion in life. I mean, that's just accurate, right? That's just, I mean, that just makes sense. Even for people who, I'm going to say, I believe the Bible, I believe it's truth, I still have to face things that I don't understand on a day-to-day basis. I still have issues in my life that are difficult, challenging, painful. And I have hope in God, but still, it doesn't make the day-to-day easier all the time. I mean, not to pretend like it does. People who say, oh, just go to God and you'll have a life of peace and joy, they're only telling you half the story, and they're being disingenuous at best, right? Love can be seen as the answer. This is the most common thing right now. Love wins. It's all about love. Love is this and love is that. The Bible is really clear that God says, if you love me, you'll keep my commandments, right? I read a scripture that day in the Psalms. I believe it was Psalm 81. I'm going to try to find it. It just came to me just now as we were talking. And it says, those who hate the Lord would pretend obedience to him, and their time of punishment would be forever. That's Psalm 81:15. So love is not a gooey, touchy-feely thing that you just give somebody their way all the time, right? Love is an act of the will, and sometimes we have to love somebody so much that we're willing to tell them the truth, even at the expense of our relationship. Kind of what I'm trying to do with this channel, right? And it says, nobody bleeds for the dancer. Now, the dancer is probably some symbolic thing that Dio wrote, a free spirit who's out there, but I had to, respectfully disagree with Mr. Dio on these lyrics, because Jesus did die for the dancer and for everyone else, and he did bleed for everyone. So the price has been paid. It's just, are we willing to accept that free gift? Yeah, so this song kind of goes out really, and has a really cool ending. It's slow, but you know we're a lyrical reaction channel, so I'm going to continue. I'm just going to talk over the music, and I'll link to the video so you can watch it on your own as well. But yeah, the life is a carousel. We're spinning in circles. You know, it's kind of, we see the same thing over and over. The world is full of kings and queens, blind your eyes and steal your dreams. Yeah, I'm no fan of government or politicians. I think they're, for the most part, corrupt in every way possible, and they will steal your dreams. And God and God actually he actually warned his people. They wanted a king back in the time of Israel, and he warned them and said, they said, we want to be like everybody else. We need a king. And he's like, I'm gonna be your God. And like, we want a king too. And he says, if you do, they're gonna tax you and they're gonna steal your kids and all this stuff. And like, we want a king anyways. So that form of government, we were warned biblically that that's not a good form of government, so we're stuck with it. Yeah, so it's the same thing. He's like, it's heaven or hell. And he's like, you know, they'll tell you black is really white, the moon is just a sun and night. I think he's probably saying that people who make this proclamation of black, white, heaven, hell, they're going to probably feed you some lies. But, you know, and I'm sure, I don't know every conversation that's happened with every single person. And I'm sure there's been situations where someone was deceitful, deceptive or whatever. But I'm just telling you from the bottom of my heart that it really is. There is a simplicity to this. It's heaven or hell, and you know, heaven is real, hell is real, and we all, as individual people, the way we were born into this world, we only deserve hell. There's none of us that are good. Even our best effort of being good is not good enough. We need perfection, and that's why God sent Jesus to pay the price for our sin. But we have to understand that we're sinners first, because there's really no sense of having a sacrifice if you believe you're good. And so that's what it really boils down to, accepting the free gift and understanding the sinfulness of our sin. That, yeah, we can say, well, I'm a good person. Well, okay, so have you ever stolen, lied, killed, you know, committed adultery, looked at somebody in lust, all those things? And if we answer yes to any of those, it basically there's like a court to prove our guilt or innocence, so we'd be found guilty. However, we can plead something else, and we can attach ourselves to the sacrifice, because the actual price, the penalty, has been paid, and that's how we embrace heaven. So that's today, Black Sabbath, Heaven and Hell. If this has been a blessing to you, do me a favor, like it, share it, tell your friends, comment, subscribe to the page, and I'll be back soon again with another video. Until then, blessings to you and to your family.